Hi, my name is Marian and I am from the Netherlands. I have a lot of new subscribers, so thank you so much for subscribing and watching my videos and giving so many lovely comments. I am a fairly new channel, and although I have creative experience, paper crafting is still very new for me, so a lot of things I am doing are also very new for me, like creating this project. And I like to plan and prepare before making videos, but this video I didn't prepare and plan a lot, almost nothing besides from laying the materials on my desk. So you see a raw and uncut version of me finishing this project. So I hope you like that and have a lot of fun watching it. Now that I've made a beautiful cover, as you could see in my previous video, let's put some paper inside. This is a A4 plus, so I have an A4 size here. And if I fold this double, then it can fit with just a small edge. It can fit in here. So for me it's like well, maybe a little bit over. So I think I have to make a size smaller, a little bit smaller than an A4 size. So I will calculate kind of a size, like the maximum size, and then I will put in papers with different sizes. I think that's very nice to do. So I will take a size a little bit under the A4 size, and I will also give a measurement in inches, but then I have to measure it with my ruler. And I have here a stack of papers because I want to choose and make one signature, because I think that the room here is not enough for more signatures. Just one signature in the middle, then it also will be very nicely stitched in the middle. I'm going to sew it in, and then one signature, and I don't know for sure how many papers I can fit in one signature, but I will measure it. I will make a selection. First I think about 10 papers. I'm going to fold it and then put it inside in the cover, and let's see how that looks. But first let me show you I have here a stack of different papers. Of course I have my tea-dye paper. I have a lot of them, so I'm going to make a selection. I'm going to use several of these. And I have some various colors, and some are just having a little pattern in it because it dried differently. So I'm going to make a selection of a few of these. Then I have this one that's kind of the same. Well, it's a bit thinner paper. It's a wrapping paper, but I tea-dyed it. And then I have two stamped papers, and those are thicker. And these are all A4 sizes, but I can, of course, cut them any way I want to. Then I have this plastic, and I thought that would be interesting. And then I will probably cut a piece off that I have like this size, so I can have nice transparent pockets. And because it's a big bag, I can fold it and have two bags in the signature. So, and this is a plastic that's very soft. You can hear it's very soft, and it will not tear that easily. it's something that there was something packed in it, some kind of craft products. I don't even know what was in it, but I kept it, and I want to use papers that are already used and such, so that so the plastic, and this is a paper that is used to in packages, to fill packages up to protect the products. And this was a big piece that was crunched, but it had tearing lines. So, and then when I tore them all apart, they were like pieces, long pieces. Like, doesn't even fit in the camera. It's a long piece, but it has a very nice texture in it. And also these, like a little bit more embossed, or I don't know what it all is. So this is a smaller size, but it's very long, so I can make like a pocket out of it, like this. So I'm going to do one, maybe two pieces with this, because I think this is very interesting, also to collage on or whatever. And then I have this, is just an interesting byproduct of this is a piece of wrapping paper that is, on the one side it's I'm searching for the English term, more paper feel, and on this side it's very smooth. It's not plastic, but it's so very smooth, and I'm using it when I am spraying or painting or tea dyeing or whatever. I'm using this under, because it doesn't soak through. And with the sprays, it made a very nice pattern, because I was spraying some tea bag paper, and it got on here. So I thought that looked very interesting, so I couldn't throw it away. And maybe I will make especially this piece, and make a page out of this one. So this is so interesting. So there are also a lot of possibilities. And this is the nice wrapping paper from the shop from Sustrene Grene. Oh, my Scandinavian is not really that good. And has some beautiful pictures on it. Really like it. It's very thin, and but I can do something with this. So I want to cut a piece out of this. So this will be I think enough papers to choose from. So I have here a stack of papers I have selected, and this will fit nicely in here. As you can see, I have just a little bit of room here, and the same little bit of room over here. So it's like a snug fit, but I like it. I like that you just can see the paper here, and here, and here. So the size, because I took A4 paper, like that's the standard paper size, printed paper size here in the Netherlands, but I cut some off. So a paper size is, I cut it to 8 inches by 11 inches, except for this outside paper. I had 11¼ inch, because then it will wrap around all these papers and it will not be like a tiny bit short. That will not be nice. So that's what I thought about. So this will be sewn in here. I will go through the papers with you. Well, let's do that first. So it's already, it looks very nice, and I've chosen some different kinds of papers. So the brown paper, you see, it's the tea-dyed printed paper. Then I have here the wrapping paper from a store. This is the paper I had under my spray staining project. Then just a plain tea-dyed paper. This is also the tea-dyed, but with the stamps, and I folded it, so you also get a little bit different, that not every paper is the same length and width. Then I have some plastic here that can be an excellent pocket or something. Then this is a tea-dyed paper, but it has some bit of a drawing in it, because I put some lace on it. It's not succeeded entirely, but it has something in it. This is the paper I folded. This is the packing paper. A tea-dyed paper, and this is a wrapping paper I folded. This is a printable from Sam Poole, and a tea-dyed paper. Again, a paper that was under my projects. That was a happy accident paper. Another printable, and this is from Dreamstudio. This is a tea-dyed tea bag paper. I bought it as a white tea bag paper. And then in the middle, this one. And this is a stamped and then tea-dyed paper, and it really looked nice to have this one in the middle. And in total it's 16 layers. And I think this will be a nice thickness. And of course I'm going to work in it, so it will get bigger. So this is the paper. I made a kind of a template for the sewing. So what I did, this is just a scrap piece I had from cutting, and it is 8 inches. And then I divided it. So I first took the middle 4 inches, and then I thought, what do I have left, and then divided it. And these are the measurements. So I took 1.5 inches above and under, and then the same here and here. So here you have 1 inch and 1 inch left. So that's what that's not a science, it's just, it feels right, like doing it like this. So I will put it here and then make some marks, because I already poked holes in. So with a fine liner, a black fine liner, I will make the marks in here, and then I will put it in here and then poke the holes. But before I will do that, I think I'm going to distress some papers, not all, but some I want to give a little distress. And just, I think especially these ones, the printables, would be nice to distress them a little bit. And it's easier to do when they are not sewn in. So that's what I'm going to do before. And then I have to choose a thread, and I have here a package of 5 colors. And I'm not sure which one I want to use. Well, I don't want to use the black one. So this brown is an option, the yellow, and I don't want to do the gray one. So I have 3 colors left. And let's see what kind I like the best. Well, they're all very nice. And they're all, maybe not the yellow. I thought the yellow would be nice for the inside, but you don't see that. If you see this on this side, I don't think the yellow would be nice. Then we have this one, which is nice, but I think it's going to be the brown, the darker brown one, this one. And what I want to do, and that is more of a challenge, is that I want to use some beads on the outside. So when I go outside with the thread, I want to put on some beads and then sew it back, or during sewing. You know what I mean, I hope. So I have these beads. They're kind of gray green, they're wooden. So I think these ones are nice. And I have a wrapping bracelet. I've never ever worn this, but it was so nice. But I never worn it, so I'm going to cut it. And I think that it's kind of a fair trade project was this. So I don't want to throw it away, as somebody's worked very hard on this. So I'm going to use it again. And I like this. I like this color. It's kind of a green with white. And then I've already counted, and I have enough. And then I'm going to use these ones with this one. And I think that will be a nice combination. And then we have a really nice decoration on the sides of the cover. And I'm going to, with sewing, I'm going to do the thread on the inside, because I don't need a thread here for making dangles or something, because I already have this, which I can hang anything from. So that will not be necessary. So that's going to be on the inside. So I'm going to distress the papers off camera, and for the sewing I will come back to you so you can see how it will be done. I am curious myself as well. So I did some distressing, some touching up here and there, especially on the letter papers and this one, and just touching it up here and there. And then I laid it out all in the position that I wanted it. And make a nice stack. And I also have the beads here. Put them in a tray. And I think I want to do it like this. Still have it on here. And because I have this template, I can just look at the size, and I think this will fit nicely within this two. And I want to do that 4 times. So this, and then have this on the spine. And I think that will look great. So let's do that. I counted out my beads. I have some spare ones. I have to, what was it again? How much thread I need? Was it like 3 times or more? I don't even remember. I think it was 3 times the, well, just let me take some extra. I'm not sure anymore. Well, the first thing is that I have to then start over and then pick a needle. And this is my old, you can see this is very old. I had this since I was, well, a small girl. Here in the Netherlands you have like a kind of elementary, so basic school from when you're 6 to 12 years old. And then I, as a girl, the girls had like sewing and embroidering and knitting, and we learned everything. And the boys then went to woodwork and all that kind of stuff. It really sounds so, I'm feeling really old when I tell you like this, because that isn't the case anymore now. And but you learn a lot, you know, it comes in handy right now. So these needles are like that old, and you know, you can keep them and use them for a lifetime. So they're all different needles, and I use them with my crafting now. And I have with sharp points and with no blunt points and big and small. But now I want to have a small needle, because I don't want the holes in the paper become too big. Let's see. It's also a thin. No, this no, not. Okay. Let's choose from this. Which one I would prefer? The long one. I think maybe because it's a really thick stack, maybe I could use a bit of a longer needle. And let's take this one. It's just a feeling that this one will be the right one, because I can put the thread through. There's a big eye, so that will not be a problem. And then before I'm going into the sewing, I need to use the template for positioning the holes. And it was a coincidence that this strip will fit between here. I just got the strip, but it fits in between here. So I recently bought this media mat, and the reason was that it's kind of the camera, you know, it fits in the camera. So when I go outside this rectangle, I'm not you are not seeing me. So this is for me a very nice, so I don't have to look at my screen, but I can just look at me crafting and it will not distract me. So along the way you learn what you need. And I have here my fine liner, and let's see if this will transfer. I hope so. I think, let's have a peek. Yes, this will transfer. Because if I poke a hole in the fabric, it will not stay. So I could not see where the hole is. And then, but of course I have to do this on the outside, but then I think I'm going to just guess where the hole is, because in the fabric you cannot make that many mistakes. Let's see, I think I have, will not see them when the signature is in, so I want to see it when it's there. So, and now it's the signature, and maybe I have to use some clamps. So I'm like half prepared. Sometimes when I have a project, I really prepare before, but I don't want to always do that, because it can look so rehearsed, you know, because it is. It is rehearsed. And let's see, do I have any more? I have a paper clip. Let's see. If it's just on one side, then it will be okay. Yes. And it also doesn't have to be that precise, of course. I think I maybe should not use call it a junk journal, semi-junk journal, or inspired junk journal. So now let's do the holes. I have some felt. This is a very sturdy felt. Oh, here are my clips. I've used them on this. So let's, because I don't want to poke in my glass mat. And I'm curious if I can poke through everything. Let's put the clip on at once. So that will be the question, if I will succeed in that. We will find out. I have to, oh, look at that. It's much more easy, but I'm not, I see I'm out of the center here. And let's see, do I want to do it again, or just do it like it is? I think maybe, as I just said, I don't want it perfect, and this is a test. If I'm going to do it again, then I want it to be perfect. Let's see. But I do want the holes to line up. All right. I think I'm just gonna go ahead, and I do want to get another clip and get my little box. Because this is much better than a paper clip. Okay. I'm just gonna go for it, just embracing that it's not perfect. That's a challenge. And I am silent because I'm very focused, and I need some, like, a professional, because I cannot lean on this. Let's see, I am through. Maybe I'm going to poke on this side as well. So I have, the holes are big enough to find. It doesn't look professional at all. But if it does the job, then it's fine by me. I think, let's see. Well, this will have to do, and then I have to, this is how easy it is when you have a big eye in the needle. So then we're going to start in the middle. Let's see. Yes. And see if the needle will get through. Yes. And then through here. This is kind of scary, you know, if you don't make any mistakes. And well, this is the first hole, and if this one is going well, let's put this behind the clip. And then we go up, I guess. Let's see. Then I can kind of position this. And then, am I doing this correct? First here, then here, or do I need to go up first? Oh no, I need to do the beads. Ooh, just found out in time. Oh my gosh, this is really something you can like forget. Okay, let's see where this. The hole is still there. And then kind of forgot the way of sewing this. But I think it's difficult to see. I need to turn it. Yes. Second hole. So far so good. And then I think I need to go through here. Yes. Need to go through here. This is me unprepared. So you can see how that is. You're watching other videos where I'm prepared. It will not look like this. But I think you have like the same issues when you are crafting. And I am just like you. No different. Okay. Then, not forget the beads. I think it looks very nice with the beads. Really nice. Okay, then we go through the same hole, I think. I'm not sure. But we need to, I think it doesn't matter. In the end, you need to, the last hole has to be the middle one. So I'm going through here and then going to down. And then, but I have to make sure it's all a bit tight, not too loose. And then let's see, I need to go, I can go through here, go out there, here. I think I'm going to go through here, otherwise it will be a big jump to that hole. It seems logical to go here. Here, yes. Let's see. So if you see me like wrestling with this thread, you probably think, well, I can do this. If somebody does it very perfect in the screen, then like you think like, well, I can never do that because I'm not that perfect. So now you can see if things are not that perfect, you will still make really, really beautiful things. Let's see. Then I go through here. Let's still work out with the beads, I hope. That is still a guess, but we make it work. And this one. And we go back. I think maybe in the end the fabric cover is more forgiving when you make mistakes than when you have a paper cover, because then you, if you poke a hole the wrong way, then it's, well, of course you can always cover it up with tape or whatever. There's always a solution, you know, when you're crafting. Okay, let's see if this is all, that the thread is all tight. Yes. And then I'm going to go through there, and I think this is going to work. Yes. Then I'm going through here. I'm first doing the paper and then the fabric. Because it's thick and it needs some strength from my fingers. Let's see. Going in the same. Almost. Yes, this is feels like needlepoint. Didn't really like that back at school because we had to make like very boring stuff. But I can, the techniques I can use it, of course, right now. Glad I did needle pointing, so I can make my cover, my signature, my cover. And then for the last beads, this looks very, very lovely. And then just, we are almost there. I have no clue how long this is on the video. For me it feels like 5 minutes, but it could also be like 15 on camera. Because I lose track of time when I'm crafting. And here. And then the final, it's just slipping through my fingers, that needle. Yes. Go on the other side of this thread. So this is on either side of this thread in the middle. Gonna pull the needle out. And then I'm going to tighten it. I can remove the clips. They're just in the way now. And then just see if there's anything. Oh, here it is loose, you see? But it's the final, yes, this one. And I had like, yes, too much thread, as you can see, but I was a bit afraid that I wouldn't have enough. Let's see, this feels tight. And this feels tight. And I think I can make the knots. Yes, finished. And I think I will keep it a bit longer, well, not this long, because I don't know what I'm going to do with this. Maybe I will do something with it, I don't know. So the signature is in. Look at this. Oh, I love it. I really love it. I love this paper. And now it just screams to be decorated, embellished and everything. So I'm hoping, no, not hoping, I'm going to do it. For the next videos that are coming, I'm going to decorate, and I'm going to make more like 20 or 30 minutes videos to just and going through, and let's see which what the papers will become, because I don't know. I've also put some papers in like this plastic to give me a challenge, because I still don't know what I'm going to do with it. And also like this, what I don't know, really don't know what I'm going to do with it right now. So but before I'm going to end it, I have of course promised to show you what's inside the box I've already been busy with, the decorating, the, you know, the cliffhanger from the previous video. And it's not all finished, but it's like projects I was just busy with, because I wanted to see how the materials and the colors and everything was working. And I have come to some kind of 4 categories I've made of the embellishments. And the first is like books. And let's see the books I made. So I made this really small one, has a little dangle on it, and and it's kind of a little well, letter postage kind of you know, with stamps in it, and this with paper for writing, stamps and envelope. So for this lady, she can write her letters. And this is really a nice book, and I want to, one way I want to make sure that this goes into the journal. And then I have some bigger ones. This is a not entirely finished, because I was looking for a really nice way to make a bit of a thicker book out of the backdrops from Tim Holtz, because this is just a backdrop. And I've made some folding lines, and I had this as a die cut, and then I could like made a slit here, and then I can just tuck that, and then it's a closure. So I thought that was very nice, and also the paper, the colors will fit. And but then I have to make some kind of book inside, but then this kind of measurements will fit nicely, like when I have a big pocket like here on the back. Probably this will fit, and you can just, you know, fit like a book in here. That would be nice. And I have also, because here it's also a really big spot. I don't know if this one will fit. I think this is too, it needs something smaller, but this one will fit in the back. So this one is nice. This I made with the stamps from Sam Poole and some lace. And this is the tea bag paper. I just put some of these tea bags papers on each other, stamped it, and I was just experimenting with stamping on it. And used some tiny attacher. Oh my god, I am just looking forwards. Distressed it, aged it, and tried out the stamps. And made this. So this will could maybe fit in here, but then this paper will be you have to be very careful. But as to measurements, it would fit, but I will probably choose something else. Then I have this is a printable from Sam Poole, but it was just only this side, but that was printed. I folded it, glued it and stamped it, distressed it, put some fabric in between. And this is also very nice to tuck in. It is a big one, but it doesn't matter if it comes out on this side. I mean, it's just very nice to have this, but I could also do this on the back side, and there's room for more. And then I have this, and this is not finished. I'm still working on this because it had to dry, because I was gluing, collaging everything. And so this is still a work in progress. And I've made these die cut flowers, and I want to put that in here. So I have a little, so there's going to be like a big label on here. Still have to embellish it. And well, you can also put this. I think this one will maybe be a better one to put in here. This one will fit nicely. It is a lot of breads, but you know. So these are the bigger books and tuck-ins. So this is the one. And then I have frames. Let's see, that's a bigger pile. Also works in progress. This one you saw in the previous video. And I've collaged a lot of frames and experimented with it. This is also an experiment. Still have to put some nice thing in the middle. And these are just 4 frames I made. And all in the same color scheme that will fit in the journal. And it's just out of my box with collage papers. Did a little bit of texture paste on it. This one is still not finished, but I do like the size, and I was already had a photo that I maybe want to use. It just fits, but it would be a nice one, and a really nice one to distress the picture so it will get some color. And then I was also busy with this one. This is a napkin, a piece of a napkin, and then I die cut it. And let's see where this is the piece that came out. So this is also again a nice piece to use. But I have some really lovely ladies. These are like freebie printables. I don't know where, it was all in the beginning of crafting. I was just like I had to have some stuff to collage with, and I was getting them from everywhere. So this one will fit in here. And well, let's see if I'm going to use this. So these are the frames. Then I have some envelopes, because I was experimenting with envelopes and having some windows in the envelopes. Big one, big window in here. And these are more like aged. And this one I also have a letter inside. And I was kind of experimenting with aging it, and I do love it that it's, you know, it was just printed paper and now it looks not like printed paper. So these are envelopes, and still not enough experimenting with the envelopes. I want to do some more with it. And then I have like small dangle stuff. And let's see, I've experimented with embossing glaze and stamps. And let's see, die cutting and then embossing. This one stamping, embossing, this one. Let's see, a lot of this. Let's put this here. This was like also with this I die cut it, but the letters, they stuck into the die cut. They didn't fall out, so I thought let's leave them in, and then I embossed it, and they just stay in. So, and it gives a nice effect. So that was a really, and with this one the same. Happy accident that it stayed in, and the embossing glaze just went into this, and looks very nice. And with this one the letters came out, so I couldn't do it with that one. So let's see, and I have this one I like very much. This is the pumice stone embossing glaze and the vintage photo. I really like that combination. And it's just experimenting with multiple layers. And then just dipping it in the embossing glaze and then heat drying it. And, and I made this one, this really nice embellishment. And let's see, this one I don't really like, but I maybe will make another one. The colors are not really right. And this is not finished yet, but I think I'm going to do something with buttons on it. Then I have this one with the key, and I really like this frame. So maybe going to make more and do some pictures behind it. Another one of this, just with the white embossing glaze, and of course this one you saw. So these are like 4 kinds of. And if you have prefer one category, please let me know. Then that will be the first category I will start with. So if you like to comment on the video, please let me know, and then I will do something with it. So the more votes I get for one category, that one will be the first one to start with. And I will let you in on how I make things. So if I'm going to do something like this, if you like this one, I will make another one so you can see the whole process of me making this one. Well, it will not be the same one, of course, but I will use the same techniques so you can see how I did that. So thank you all for watching, and hope you like my lovely journal with all the nice signature papers in it. And I'm looking forward to embellishing it. So thank you for watching, and please subscribe if you want to. Bye bye.